Welcome to the Keeping It Broad podcast, the show that explores the fascinating world of home improvement and renovation. Join hosts James Carlozzi, Tim Pesh, and Mark DeLucia as they share their expertise and insights on the latest trends, products, and their involvement in the industry and community. Let's get into this week's episode.
Well, here we are, episode 1, our very first one. They call it the pilot episode. Here with James. James, do you know why they call the first episode the pilot episode?
We both learned that today, Tim. It has to do with the air being on the air for the first time.
And being on the air for the first time. It's our first podcast. We're hip and cool, and this is our first time doing this. We're calling this Keeping It Broad, and it's a little play on words. What we're looking to do and hoping to do is to bridge the community with the industry and what we do as kitchen renovation, home renovation, bathroom renovation, paint, everything that comes along with the South Broad as a business model and how we operate in the community. And but we also want to keep it broad. We want to be able to speak to you not in necessarily technical terms, but relatable terms. And I think just from jump, James, I think one of the things that we should probably do is just a rundown of who we are. And I think that can also establish a level of trust that we've been in the business for as long as we have been. So just maybe if you could speak to your background a little bit, how long you've been in the industry and some of your background.
Sure, Tim. So started in the business selling paint 22 years ago. Kind of transitioned into designing and selling kitchens about 5 years after that, and ever since then been learning the renovation business and kind of just advancing with contractors and learning more and trying to just keep it going and with the home improvement. And
there was a point in your career where you decided that you were going to go out and do this essentially on your own.
Mm-hmm.
No offense to Mark, but essentially on your own. That say, you know what, I'm gonna take you to the next step. And there must have been a moment in your career where you said, you know what, I want to do it my way, essentially. And what made you have the idea to make this essentially your own?
Well, I think that it was just exactly that it just didn't like the way that things were kind of being done in a job that I was at, and I wanted to kind of do it my way and just start off seeing if I can handle doing it my way, and if the way that I wanted to start a business was the way that we can succeed and continue.
When did South Broad open? What doesn't need the date, but
March 11th, 2016, sir.
Which you happen to know that date very well.
I
right?
do happen to know that date. That is a
notable day.
A very notable day. For Mark and myself.
A notable day for you guys.
Yeah.
And it's a testament to where you guys are today and how far you've come. And and same with me. I started on the paint business, which they tell you once you start, you never leave.
Oh, that's true.
I started in the paint business in 2005 at State Paint in Waterbury, Connecticut, which is no longer there. But I remember walking in my first day at State Paint, and one of the decorators that was on staff there said, "Tim, you'll never have another job for the rest of your life." And alas, here we are. And it's been about 17 years. But I'll tell you, I enjoy what we do. I enjoy this business. I enjoy the industry. Every day it's different. It's something new. In regards to who we are members of our own audience. We're members of our own community. And we take a liking to this. Renovating things, making things look nice, new, fresh, helping people go through some of these projects. It's part of who we are. And also the nature of this business, we mentioned paint, cabinetry, that we are a one-stop shop, that it's not just a paint store. I think you had mentioned that we are on conception that South Broad was going to be a paint store that sold cabinets and became a cabinet store that sold paint, and to be moldable and adjustable to that. And why is that one-stop shop idea so important in a business like this?
Well, I think that it helps the consumer and, the homeowner kind of have one person to go to help control like a renovation, as opposed to reaching out to 7, 8, 9 different vendors and having to coordinate everything themselves. We kind of, took it upon ourselves to get involved in it and be the go-to person for, the community to do that. And something else, Tim, when you were talking about, being in the business too, one thing that, that Mark, my partner, and I wanted to really institute here in a business is that you can go to work and have fun and have a good time. And I think sometimes that's like looked, poorly on, that you're not running your business well or something like that. But I think we have a pretty good time here with,
Don't let our wives hear that, for crying out loud.
We wanted to have a place that people want to come into work too as well. So, that's kind of our environment that we've tried to instill here.
The environment here is unique in that regard, in that it's a family, including our customers. And I think we treat our customers the way we treat each other in that family aspect to it. And again, regarding who we are a local business. We are local to
shop local.
Shop local. # shop local. We're a local business, and we are ingrained in the community here. And I think that there's a different connection when you've got a little bit more skin in the game. That listen, this is something that that matters to us because it is who we are, and I think that's why we're doing this too. This meeting, like out into the community, and we say podcast or whatever we want to call this, because we felt the need.
Tim, we want to make our community a better place. That easy. With the sponsorships and stuff that we do, we want to give back as much as we can, to help out.
Yeah. And it's proven itself, and strong members of the Chamber of Commerce, and again, just really, really grateful. And we've also had a ton of community support. And we like this community. I've taken a liking. I'm not local to Wallingford, but I've grown to know and love Wallingford over the past 4 years, and there are good people here. And I again just really grateful for not only who or what you've created here, but what we get to do on a daily basis.
We are.
And listen, thanks for hanging with us. That is James Carlozzi of South Broad Paint Home Center. I am Tim Pace. Thanks for hanging with us.
Hey now.